getting me emotional already. So my name's Chris. I've been on a unique mission for a little over 3 years to raise awareness about what I consider to be the greatest child abuse scandal in modern medicine history. Our national treasure, David Menzies, just did a phenomenal job exposing the absurdity of all of this. But unfortunately, this goes beyond just the absurd, and it goes into tremendous child abuse. In North America, and back when this video was shot, I was just traveling Canada, but since the borders opened up, I've been traveling into the US and I'm traveling across the world now as well. But in North America, more than 300,000 children have been diagnosed with this condition called gender dysphoria, which is essentially just self-loathing. These kids want to switch their sex. And it's primarily girls. It's girls when they're getting into middle school, getting into high school, where, shocker, it can be a tough time. Puberty's not always the most fun thing in the world. And these kids are being led to believe that the source of their discomfort is that they were born wrong. They were born in the wrong body. What does that even mean? Nobody can tell you. I've been out on the streets for more than 2,500 hours and at university campuses, having one conversation at a time to raise awareness about this scandal. And I can tell you with absolute certainty, not one person in this world can tell you what it means to be born in the wrong body, because there is no such thing. There is no such thing as a transgender child. They're called girls and boys. And the positive message we should be sending is that they're beautiful just as they are. No drugs or scalpels needed. But Canada, unfortunately, under our authoritarian dictator, Justin Trudeau, we are the epicenter for this trans insanity across the Western world. What does it mean to have a gender identity? Guess what? We don't have one. But our kids are being indoctrinated on social media and in schools to believe that they are. If we can go to the next slide, please. So this is the genderbread person. It's a gingerbread man, but you don't want to give it a gendered name, of course. And it defines your gender identity right on there as being based on your personality, your job, hobbies, likes, dislikes, roles in society, and expectations upon you. Tell me, what does your job have to do with your gender? I'm born in '75. When I grew up, we kind of got away from all these stereotypes and we taught our girls they can be whatever they want to be when they grow up. And they can be, they just can't be a man. But this is all stereotypical nonsense. Your hobbies? What the heck's that got to do with your gender? How many women here were tomboys growing up? Congratulations, you're all transgender. But don't take my word for it. Let's hear from one of the greatest experts in the world. Boston Children's Hospital is the number one ranked pediatric hospital in the United States of America. Actually, they're number 2 now. And I'd like to think I had a part in that downgrade. But last year, in August of 2022, I tweeted out one of their own videos that their gender clinic had produced about how they perform gender-affirming hysterectomies at the Children's Hospital. And we'll get to that video in a second. But this video started to take off. It was getting a lot of views. Some media were picking it up. And I thought to myself, I'd better record this. It was from Boston Children's Hospital's own YouTube channel. I thought I'd better record this because they're probably going to delete it. Sure enough, that night they deleted it. So I tweeted out my recorded version. I sent it to Libs of TikTok, this popular account on Twitter. I sent it to Matt Walsh from the Daily Wire, the guy who made the great film, What is a Woman? They retweeted it for me. And this video went viral because people, I think, knew that there were weird things going on in these gender clinics at these children's hospitals, but they didn't really understand exactly how ghoulish this was. But this first video here is from the director of the Gender Multi-Specialty Clinic, the top-ranked gender clinic in the world, probably. So let's hear from her what it means to be transgender.
A child will often know that they are transgender from the moment that they have any ability to express themselves, and parents will often tell us this. We have parents who tell us that their kids, they knew from the minute they were born practically, and actions like refusing to get a haircut or standing to urinate, trying to stand to urinate, refusing to stand to urinate, trying on siblings' clothing, playing with the quote opposite gender toys, things like that. There is more and more a group of adolescents that we are seeing that really are coming to the realization that they might be trans or gender diverse a little bit later on in their life. So what we're seeing from them is that they always sort of knew something was maybe off and didn't have the understanding to know that they might be trans or have a different gender identity than the one they had been assigned. So that is a growing population that we are seeing, and that's being recognized as being trans and able to be treated.
No big deal. If you're playing with the wrong toys, you can be treated for that. If you're a little girl that pees standing up because you got some big brothers and it looks fun, and I can attest it is fun. Well, gosh, maybe she's transgender. If a little boy has some big sisters, shocker, they're going to play dress up with their little baby brother. That doesn't make him a girl.